So it's Thursday morning. As you can hear, it's raining. And we're building a fire so we can make camping pancakes. Giant. We decided we were done with the normal life and set out to turn our lives into an adventure. This is our story. The good, the bad, and the crazy. Join us as we sail, explore, and share our mistakes along the way. Welcome to the Wayward Life. Where you going away to? After breakfast, we set out in the rain to hike the place we had originally planned to visit, San Josef Bay in the Cape Scott Park. So we are at Cape Scott again. We came here 2 days ago, but there's no camping like right at the trailhead, so we decided that we were gonna go camp somewhere else and explore and then come back. So that's what we've done. So we're just gonna hike down to San Josef Bay and back. It's very wet out. We are already wet because of another hike that we did, which we'll show you a tiny bit of, but that's gonna be for patrons only. It's a pretty gnarly hike. So if you guys wanna see more of that one, you gotta head over to our Patreon. But anyway, so we are gonna hike to San Josef Bay, which is supposed to be magical and beautiful and wonderful. Highly recommended. And then we're gonna head south, because we gotta be back tomorrow. So we're gonna head south and try to find somewhere to camp around. And hopefully we can warm up and dry out a bit before we get there. We're wet. Made it! This is so cool! Wow, you can almost see the sun. Awesome! This beach that we're on is almost the tip of the island. We're like very close to being at the northern tip of Vancouver Island. It's amazing out here, holy crap! So cool. That hurt?
It starts to swirl.
Oh yeah, because the wind's coming from two directions. Oh, this is so cool out here. Max degrees. Good boy! Oh. This is San Josef Bay on a slightly stormy day. And of course, we found some wolf tracks. Oh, you smell a wolf? What was that? Yeah. As we headed back into the forest, we realized that the wind had picked up more than we thought while we had been on the beach. Wow, I missed that on camera, but holy crap. Those trees just bent like at least 45 degrees, more than that even. That's why you don't go into the forest when there's crazy winds, but it's picked up like crazy since we've been in here. Max, come here. You can't hear us, but we're talking about how one tree looks like it's ready to come down, and then another gust of wind came, which made us think the best course of action was to run out of the danger zone. Trees, or parts of trees, falling during a windstorm is a legitimate danger. Luckily, the wind calmed down once we were past the initial stand of trees. Gnarly cedar tree. A really cool hemlock. Are you guys ready for this? This is the coolest tree that we found so far. Well, it's more than one tree, but it's so cool. Okay, ready? Look at this! You see this? So there's a cedar tree, and then there's a hemlock tree.
Yeah.
And then there's a cedar tree and there's another one behind it. Are those both cedars?
And they're growing on a nurse log.
It's a cedar tree and a snag. And then on this side as well, there's another hemlock. How freaking cool is that? So all of that is growing on, do you think it's a snag?
On a nurse log, look. Here's the end
Oh
of
yeah. So this log fell. And they were like, I'm gonna grow on you.
it. Yeah.
This is
And
what
now
happened.
they're like, I don't know, 100 years old?
Yeah, they're old. So this is nature's at its best. And you can see there's like whole little ecosystems at the base of this. Look at this little mushy.
And a couple more hemlocks growing on this side.
Oh yeah, and other little trees. So it's like a whole little ecosystem all on its own. So again, when we talk about how cool old growth forests are, this is the kind of stuff we're talking about. You don't see that in a planted forest. You only see that when nature breaks a little and has to fix itself, and then stuff like that happens. So, pretty awesome.
Contrary to popular belief, trees don't like growing on the ground. They literally only grow on rotted bits of wood.
Yeah, in nature anyway, like naturally. So like here, we have another big cedar tree. No, that's not a cedar, that's another hemlock. And it started out of a root ball from a tree that fell over.
And like, you look at that tree right there, all these trees, they're all growing on logs. This grew on a stump or a root ball from another tree. Like, there's not one of these trees is growing directly on the ground.
No, same with here. So starting on like stumps or nurse logs or whatever is what creates the spaces that you saw under those ones. Like here.
Yeah, this grew on another one.
Like this. So this, it's hard to tell which one started first, but there's a cedar and another full-grown hemlock with their roots all entangled right there. And then they just reach up. So cool.
Growing out of, like, this is an old cedar that has fallen over, and these are growing off of it.
They're snuggling.
Yeah.
And then this one, which is a fallen cedar, has a bunch of little trees growing out of it right there. Nature.
Yeah.
Nature. One of the coolest forests ever. Cape Scott Park. Loving it.
Look at that cedar tree. So big.
We're in a mostly warmer vehicle. Heading out again. It's like 10 to 6 and we're looking for a campsite now, so we're gonna drive until we find something cool. It'll be dark and then we'll set up, Stay the night, get up early tomorrow, and head back to Campbell River.
Well, we're looking at doing a loop through the logging roads. Instead of taking the highway all the way back, we'll do a huge loop on back roads that'll bring us basically through the backside of Strathcona Park. So we'll cut off like the 2.5 hour highway drive.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. We'll see how far we get tonight. It rained and rained until we got to our camping location. So it's our last morning camping. Last night we rolled in here at, I don't know, 9 something. It was dark. And it wasn't raining, but now it is. It rained most of the night. So there's Logan trying to get life figured out so we can have breakfast. Max? And there's the lake we camped next to without really knowing where we were last night, so that's cool. So today we drive another like 2 to 3 hours back to Campbell River and then back to real life later today. Driving through the logging roads instead of taking the highway brought us to some amazing lakes that neither of us had seen before. We took a small detour to the end of Gold River and then watched some of the industrial activity taking place. That's pretty fun. Smash. He's having a good time. Thanks so much for coming along with us on this adventure. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more of our adventures, please subscribe to our channel and hit the thumbs up button on this video.